Hey guys, so you're getting me twice in one day. The first video I did with my September unboxing video, you had me at the beginning of the day, and now you have me at the end of the day. This is after work. It's terrible on a Saturday. So, what I'm making a second video for tonight is because my first video malfunctioned after a certain part. My phone died. I didn't even know it needed charging. So I wanted to end that one by saying that the next unboxing video I'll do obviously will be when the next one comes out, or if and when I get the Queen of Nothing book box, I'll do one for that too. So it's like they each have their own little segments. Like, obviously, there'll be a video for my favorite book reads, and then there'll be the one for my unboxings, and then I'll have one for my book hauls, and then maybe if I come up with something else, there'll be more to it as well. But for now, I'm going to try to juggle just those few things. I actually got me a tripod. I'm moving up in the electronic wear for recording and stuff, so I'm quite proud. I don't have to hold my phone, so it's weird. So that being said, with the owl crate, tonight I read on my breaks at work, and I have been reading this book called The Raven Boys while I was at work. And normally whenever I get into it, I'll bring it inside and read on my off days or whenever I have time. But when you've been working 10-hour shifts a day or 58 hours for the whole week, including one of your weekend days, I'm kind of dead. So this one I managed to read through all of my breaks and get it figured out. Sorry, somebody just messaged me and that totally threw me off. So I finished reading this tonight, and it was really, really, really good. I highly recommend it. Now, you know I don't jump on the banned book wagon, but I had only ever seen one person recommend this book out of all the book sites and groups and stuff that I'm in on Facebook. So I thought that this one would be a good one to recommend that wasn't on high radar. And the only reason I read this is book one of the Raven Cycle. The only reason I read this is because I saw somebody posting about the third book saying that it was really creeping them out and it was scary. And I was like, I have got to read that book. Now, I'm going to do another video about another book that I love, and it's The House of Salt and Sorrows. But the only reason I mention it now is because it was the same way. And that was just the first book. I don't think that's going to be a series, but it was an amazing book. It was super scary. But the third one, she was like really cringed about and was probably going to leave a light on or something. And I have to read it. So, of course, I had to read book one. And this one was really good. It's about, it changes by the chapter. Sometimes you look at somebody else's perspective, and it kind of does it subtly to where it's like doesn't really leave you hanging on something unless it gets to the end. But it was really good. It follows 4 boys and a girl, and they're all like your main characters. And the girl is like a psychic. Well, she is not a psychic. Her mother is a psychic. And she lives in a house with a whole bunch of other psychics. And she doesn't have the ability. But she just enhances the ability whenever she's either in the room or touching them. And she meets these boys that are the Raven Boys. And they go to this like prep academy that's for the apparent rich. And she thinks that they're all stuck up. She's already got a mental set of how they are and knows how they are. And whenever she meets them, she talks to one of them in a diner. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything, but it's gonna be hard for me. She meets them in a diner. That's where she actually meets them at. And then it just goes from there, things happening like coincidences and then so on. And there's definitely some twists in it. There is a really good storyline, and the description of the landscape and everything around them is really, really, sometimes it can be really eerie. I really do recommend reading this. The author is Maggie, but I am not going to mess up her last name, so I'm just going to let you look at it there. I bought this out of my the first video, one of the first videos I did saying I had a book haul that I'd went and done. This was one of them that I got in that book haul, and I'm really glad that I did. I can't wait to read the third one, but I gotta buy the second and the third one to get it. And then I will definitely let you know if I feel the same way that she felt about it. So with that being said, I give a 5-star rating to The Raven Boys, and you should definitely read it and let me know what you think about it too.